Good afternoon and welcome back to Field 2 here at the FGCL. And we've already seen one upset over on this field as the River Mocs took down the Rodeo, took down the Finns a little bit ago to give the Finns their first loss of the summer. Now we'll see if the Rodeo can get to 3-1 here this year or if the Snowbirds can build off the momentum from their first win that came yesterday. They're 1-3 so far here in 2026. Glad that you're with us. Gray Robertson up here in the booth. Pleased to be joined by no one. I am up here all by myself. Official scoring, running the scoreboard, and hopefully hang out with all of you. You can hit us up on the Twitter machine at Gray_Robertson. Let us know where you're watching and where you're listening. And let's introduce you to the starting lineup for the Rodeo, coached by Allie Ledenham. The second baseman, Cash Abear, will lead off with Riley Haith, the center fielder, batting second. Hitting in the 3 spot is Lily Scheibert, the extra hitter. First baseman Sadie Armstrong bats fourth. Carly Pearson, the shortstop, is in the 5 hole. Batting sixth is Carolyn Glover, the catcher. Sam White, the left fielder, bats seventh. Batting eighth is Grace Taylor, the right fielder. Third baseman Madeline Miller is in the 9 spot, and Daniela Monaco, the DP, is in the 10 hole. And they'll be facing in the circle for the Snowbirds, the Penn State Nittany Lion, one of the most electric pitchers in the league so far this summer. Mackenzie Duncan, a 2.33 ERA, 12 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 5 runs, 4 earned, 8 walks, and 19 strikeouts. That's up there for tops in the league. And she will take on a Rodeo team that's got one of the lower team batting averages in the FGCL, but they are led by the pitching. Top ERA in the league, and we'll introduce you to Maggie Place in just a bit when she comes in the circle. For now, let's talk about Cash Abear in the portal. Coming out of Northwestern State, she'll take ball 1, and we're off and running. Cash is 3 for 9 with 2 RBIs, 2 runs. Duncan's going to bring in some high velocity, one of the harder throwers in the FGCL. Rolled over to second, but no one's at first. And that'll just be a little infield single for Abear. Base runner aboard. Miscommunication on the right side. And here's Riley Haith, the youngster out of Nevada, 2 for 5 this summer with an RBI, a double, and a run. Strike 1. Defensive lineman for the Snowbirds. DeWaters is in left. Booker in center. Mansfield in right. DeWaters, that would be Abby, over at third. Alice is in the outfield. Ciccarello at short. Janesco at second. Wheatley at first. Anderson behind the plate. Haith pops the 0-1 on the left side, and tracking it down is DeWaters. 1 down. Setting up the UMass player, Lily Scheibert, who's 0 for 7. Trying to get her back going here this summer. Runner goes, swing and a miss, and the play at second is not in time. Ciccarello thought the tag was there. Steal for Hebert. And actually, they're going to overturn it. They appealed to home. He said she was out, and that's the end of the inning. So a caught stealing will wrap up the top of the first, and the Snowbirds will come to the plate on the other side here on field 2. Here is the starting lineup for the Snowbirds. 1-3 on the summer, coached by Jersey Newteal. Kaya Booker, the center fielder, leads off with Abby DeWaters, the third baseman, hitting second. Jada Holt is the DP today. She's over in the 3 spot. Batting fourth, Gracie Anderson, the catcher. Madison Hunter, the extra hitter, is batting fifth. Reagan Wheatley's playing first, hitting sixth. Lily Janesco, second base in the 7th spot. Gracie Ciccarello, the shortstop, bats 8th. Alice DeWaters is in left, hitting 9th. And the pitcher, Mackenzie Duncan, is in the 10 spot. All of that against Maggie Place, previous FGCL Pitcher of the Year back in 2024. Just went in the portal and picked North Texas. And this summer, a 2.33 ERA. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Want to know her record? Swing and a miss, 0-2 on Kaya Booker out of Oklahoma State. Booker 5 of 12 so far this summer. Now the 0-2. Just in. And that'll sneak through the left side. Another base hit for Booker, who's really owning that leadoff spot for the Snowbirds. And 1 on here in the first for Abby DeWaters. In the portal. 2 for 5 with an RBI and a double. 3 runs as well. Ball 1. Defense for the Rodeo. White is in left. Haith in center. Taylor in right. Miller at third. Pearson at short. Hebert at second. Armstrong at first. Glover behind the plate. That one foul for Abby DeWaters. 1-1. That was low. Runner goes, and Booker has the steal. Another stolen base for Kaya Booker, and it's number 4. Full count. Swing and a miss. First strikeout today for Maggie Place. And there's one down. Now the Portaler Jada Holt coming in from Radford. 2 for 7. 286 average with an RBI, a home run, and 3 runs scored. 444 OBP, and she'll take strike 1. Oh, 2. Holt back to the circle. One look for Place. No chance keeping Booker at second, so you make the throw and get the out you can. And Gracie Anderson, red hot lately. 5 for 10 this summer. Had a 4 for 4 day in the win on Monday, or Tuesday, beg your pardon. There's ball 1. 5 for 10, 3 RBIs, 2 doubles, a 583 OBP for the All Horizon League rising sophomore out of Green Bay, facing the pitcher who just left Grand Canyon. One and one. We do want to hear from you throughout the day. Again, I'm just up here by myself, Celine Dion style, so hit me up at Gray_Robertson. We'll shout you out. That's foul, 1 and 2. Send a tweet, I'll read it. Anderson not going out easy. Place trying to put a 0 on the board. Stram that leadoff single at third. Over to second. Nifty play. Inning over. That ball just kept on trickling. But a good job by Aber staying with it and sending us to the second, tied up at 0. Rodeo Bats will come up and try and convert. There was an out on the base paths in the first inning. They'll 4-5-6 due up in the second when we come back. Four, five, six. Armstrong, Pearson, and Glover facing Duncan here in the top of the second inning. Starting off with Sadie Armstrong. Armstrong 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs and a home run here this summer out of Longwood. Back again for the Rodeo, was a big piece of their offense last summer with some home runs. Just missed the team lead in RBIs, finished with 11. Again, 2 for 5 here this summer. 2 RBIs, a home run, a run scored. One, two. Called strike 3. Duncan pulls the string. And that's her second strikeout, and now 21 here this summer for the Penn State Nittany Lion. Bringing up Carly Pearson out of Winthrop. Pearson 0 for 4 with a pair of walks for the Rodeo. Strike 1. One. Over on the other field, they're underway. Bottom of the first, and now, nope, still bottom of the first. Aquanauts and Swashbucklers. 2-out double over there with Lance. Two and one. Pearson, a sophomore last year for Winthrop from Moultrie, Georgia, says her hidden talent is that she's a good cook. I wonder what the specialty is. Also, family facts. Here we go. Brother RJ played baseball at Oral Roberts in Central Arkansas. Currently an assistant at Arkansas Pine Bluff. And her sister, Heather, played softball at UAB in my hometown of Birmingham, Alabama. Carly goes down swinging, and another strikeout for Duncan. Give her 3. And 2 away for Carolyn Glover out of Nevada. They call her Glover, 1 of 5, with an RBI and a double and a walk. Uh-oh. Harmlessly foul. We have had, sorry to the parents out there worried about insurance, although it doesn't pertain to you, I don't think, for this window of games. We did have a windshield incident in the 9:30 window. I regret to inform. But that being said, if you're going to park in a spot next to the field, why are we backing into it? You're exposing your windshield to foul balls. Food for thought. Three and one. And ball 4. So a 2-out walk. It's kind of been the one issue for Mackenzie Duncan. She will strike out the world, but then walk a couple folks as well. And turns it over to Sam White out of Illinois, Chicago. 0 for 5 with a walk. Bunts it. The coverage at first was late, and now look out. Glover will race for home, and she's out. What a recovery out in right field by Mansfield to get it in quickly. And the inning ends. Rodeo tried to get aggressive. Glover was racing for home. It was a good relay in, and that's the inning. After Sam White gets on the bunt single, and then the error causes the merry-go-round. And we go to the bottom of the second, no score. Snowbirds and Rodeo here on field 2. Bottom of the second, no score. Snowbirds will send up 5, 6, 7. Hunter, Wheatley, Janesco. Called strike on Madison Hunter, who's 1 for 6 with 3 runs scored. Also a pair of walks, pair hit by pitches. Her OBP is 500 for the Portaler. Looking for a new home out of Lubbock Christian. And a 1-1 count off of Maggie Place. Last inning, after the bunt single and an error, an out at home kept this game at 0. And that's poked over to short. Catch acquired by Pearson. 1 down. Sending up Reagan Wheatley. Also looking for a new home out of Tallahassee State. Started her career at Norfolk State. 2 for 9 with an RBI, a double and 2 runs. Got a great pitcher's duel. Uh-oh. Jenks. Hit by pitch puts Wheatley on. I was about to say this should be a great pitcher's duel between Place and Duncan, as expected, and then Maggie Place plunked Reagan Wheatley, who takes a walk. I think Reagan's fine. We'll check in on her on the first base camera. She gave the thumbs up. Reagan was asking everybody their softball superstitions before the game. I don't know. TikTok probably. Janesco out towards left, but that's into the teeth of the wind. Out number 2 recorded. Yeah, the wind today is hard in left to right. So if you hit it to left field, you probably need to hit it 300 to get it out of the yard. I mean, and it's 215 down the line, thereabouts. Now Gracie Ciccarello. She'll go right side. This is where the wind has played tricks, but good job by Abear sticking with it for out number 3. So a hit by pitch does no harm. And we journey on to the third. No score, Rodeo and Snowbirds here on field 2. Grace Taylor will lead things off. 8, 9, 10 due up for the rodeo. Taylor, Miller, and Monaco against Duncan. And Grace Taylor out of Illinois, Chicago. Swings and misses at the first pitch, 0-1. Grace 2 for 5 with an RBI so far this summer. Pulls it back and takes it for a ball, 1-1. Trying to get on time with Duncan. Hard task. Duncan, probably the best velo in the league. Pops up the bunt, and it dies. Infield single for Grace Taylor. And here we go. Second time today of a leadoff has reached for the rodeo. Bringing up Madeline Miller. Another one out of Winthrop. Ball 1 to her. Miller 0 for 5 with a run scored. She's walked twice. Changeup is lifted towards Janesco at second. 1 down. All right, let's see if the tweets have been coming in as Monaco steps up. No. Come on, guys. @Gray_Robertson. On the X. We will read your tweets. I promise. Unless it's bad, I will read what you say. Just like I'll read the stats of Daniela Monaco, the Mercer Bear. 2 for 9 with 2 doubles. In the air to left. And again, the wind. Oh, wow. It just pushed it down. That was odd. Play at third is not in time. Taylor slid in safely. That's the weirdest double of the summer by Monaco. And a total misplay by Alice DeWaters to put 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Talked about that wall and left. And that fly ball was misread and then just died. Couldn't tell if DeWaters maybe lost her footing too. But now Cash Hebert, the leadoff hitter who singled earlier, will have to wait. Jersey Newteal will come chat with Duncan. We have a dog. believe. I'm going to take a guess. It's the wiener dog from Tuesday who barked at everyone who said hello. Which is fine. Do you, dogs? Outfield shifted. Abear lays down a bunt, and it's all going to work out. An RBI single on a bunt that pushed past the defense, and the Rodeo strike first here in the third. That was perfect. And now you've got Haith, who fouled out in the first. Yeah, so Booker in center is shaded a little bit over towards left. Mansfield is basically on an island in right, and everything in the air to right field has been tailing down the line. There's a delayed steal, and she's out at second. What in the world? So Abear caught stealing. Sure. 0-2's outside, 1-2. I would assume that Monaco was hoping to try and come home there, but no real opening to do so, although all that dancing would have been the perfect time. Foul again. Called strike three. Duncan curves it in to end the inning. That is her fourth K, but a run comes in for the Rodeo on the RBI single by Cash Herber. The beautiful bunt sends us to the bottom of the third. Snowbirds will look to answer. They've got the bottom of the order due up themselves, 9-10, and then Kaya Booker at the top. See if they can put something together against Maggie Place when we come back. Alice DeWaters, Mackenzie Duncan, Kaya Booker here in the third. Alice DeWaters, a portaler from South Florida, looking for a new place to play softball in 27. Playing with the Snowbirds here this summer. 1 for 10 with a run. It's DeWaters, Duncan, Booker, as mentioned. Going to be cool to see Mackenzie Duncan hit for herself. Ooh, ripped out to right. Good hustle in the outfield by, I don't think it's Grace Taylor anymore. I think they did a switch. But a leadoff single gives the Snowbirds a little bit of action here in the home half. For Mackenzie Duncan, the Penn State Nittany Lion, who has had 1 plate appearance and walked. Thought about it. 1-0. Skied. Look out. Catch made for out number 1. But again, that's what that wind is doing. It looks like out in right, that's Sam Walls. Either way, Duncan retired. And back to the top of the order with Booker. She singled earlier. Strike 1. Shivert over at third base is creeping in just a hair. Runner goes, the throw down. Actually hit DeWaters. She's got a stolen base. Booker did go. It's 0-2. And that's through the right side. Let's see if DeWaters holds. She will. On the corners for the Snowbirds here in the third as they look for an answer. Booker was out in front of that one, but just got right in between first and second. And what a chance for Abby DeWaters, trying to drive in. Sister from third. She might have in the air to left. The wind is going to not stop it from leaving the yard. Who would have thought on a day like this, a 3-run bomb to left center, and the Snowbirds have a 3-1 lead. Abby DeWaters hits it over the fence on a day where everything from the PSL logo left. I would have told you no shot. And she drives in more than just Sister Alice. Booker scores, Abby scores. Second home run allowed in as many days by place, and the bases are clear for Jada Holt. Ball 1. Holt grounded out in the first. His first home run of the summer for DeWaters, and now 4 RBIs. 1-2. Uh-oh. Cue ball to second. Holt hustling. Throw in time. And sends up the 0 for 1 Gracie Anderson out of Green Bay. First pitch in the air. Look out. This is where the wind has caused problems, and that falls. More miscommunication than anything else, but that'll work as a double for Anderson. And the Rodeo needs to take a second. Looks like Walls and the new center fielder, Monaco, got a little confused about who was taking what. And again, the way the wind is tailing, it's moving everything towards right field. So that should be Walls' ball. Because it's a tougher play for Monaco trying to cover that much ground from center. And I think she called off Walls and then stopped. Hunter fouls that one off 0-2. Hunter lined out to short in the second. Got her. Place wraps up a busy inning with a strikeout. And the big swing comes off the bat of Abby DeWaters. 3-run homer to give the Snowbirds a 3-1 lead. Now the Rodeo will look to answer back as we go the fourth here on field 2. New pitcher for the Snowbirds is Riley Scholl, the lefty out of Louisiana Tech. In for Mackenzie Duncan. I'll give you her line. Right now, 3 innings, 5 hits, 1 run it was earned. 1 walk and 4 strikeouts through 41 pitches, 26 strikes. And Riley Scholl begins with Lily Shivert. It's Shivert, Armstrong, and Pearson. Snowbirds up 3-1. Shivert over to third, knocked down, throw to first, 1 away. Scholl enters this game with a 10.50 ERA, 4 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 5 walks, 4 strikeouts. Third appearance here this summer. And up comes Sadie Armstrong, who struck out looking in the second. Ball 1. Over on the other field, bottom of the third, Swashbucklers lead the Aquanauts 2-1. We've got a real logjam in the FGCL standings. 1 undefeated team left. It's the Slice at 4-0. Finns fell for the first time earlier today to go to 3-1. Rodeo sitting at 2-1. The Mocs are now 3-1. The Squeeze won earlier today. They're now 3-1. And the Queens play later. They will try and get to 3-1 when they take on the Sea Cows. If possible, the wind is picking up even more, causing all the papers up here to swirl. Called strike 3. Dirty change from Riley Scholl. And the second time Armstrong has gone down looking. Here's Carly Pearson. She was one of those 4 strikeout victims for Duncan. Oh, 1. Stays in it. 1-2. And that's ball 4. So Pearson heads to first. And a chance for Carolyn Glover. She walked in the second and then was thrown out at home. 0-1. Glover, as we talked about, is out of Nevada, plays for Victoria Hayward, who's been kind of the odd man out of the NCAA tournament for the last few years. They've been first 4 out 2 straight seasons. A Reno native who started her college career at Louisiana Tech. Dad was a professional boat racer. Fascinating. I don't think I've ever met a professional boat racer. The Sea Cows are not here. That's the Skeeters. I got too excited. All these units kind of look the same. Line to third. And the 2-out walk stays where she was before that AB. And a good job by Scholl making sure that no harm comes from the free pass. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Snowbirds up 3-1. To the bottom of the 4th. And a new pitcher in the ballgame for the Rodeo with Wheatley, Janesco, and Ciccarello set to hit. And we get to see one of my favorite arms to watch in the league, Carly Meredith. Meredith with a .88 ERA, a 1-0 record, 8 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts for the Virginia Cavalier, who redshirted this past year. Highly touted recruit, going to play for Coach Harden. I need to give Carly my Charlottesville restaurant list, including Marco and Luca's dumplings. Virginia folks, if you're watching, please tweet me if you've been to Marco and Luca's, and if you haven't, put this on your phone and go. It's fantastic. The lady who runs it once gave me double the order when I told her I always stop by there whenever I'm driving through, which I appreciated. Wheatley was hit by a pitch in the second, and Chase is there to start the fourth, one down. Setting up Lily Janesco, who flew out her first time. Maggie Place goes 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, no walks, and 2 Ks. That 3-run homer looming large, obviously, so that's fouled. Janesco out of Western Michigan. Entered today with the most ABs on the team, 2 for 13 now, including the flyout earlier. Rise high, full count. And that one fools her. Meredith back-to-back Ks, cooking that rise to get Janesco. And up comes Gracie Ciccarello, another one looking for a new home out of Eckerd College. Popped out on the first pitch she saw in the second. There's ball 1. Skied. Meredith is going to take it, and she'll make the breadbasket catch for a 1-2-3 fourth. So the Wahoo comes in and makes sure there's no action in the home half. Rodeo will try and claw back down by a pair of runs going to the 5th here on field 2. It's White, Taylor, and Miller here in the 5th. Rodeo trying to figure out Riley Scholl. She went 0-1. Sam White singled in the 2nd. Rodeo with 1 run on 5 hits, no errors, 3 left. Snowbirds 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, and 3 left. Really kind of a same statistical profile. The difference is the swing that had an RBI for the Rodeo was just a single that brought in 1. And for the Snowbirds, it was a 3-run homer. That's it. Otherwise, fairly even. Other field, bottom 4. Swashbucklers 4, Knots 1. Rolled to short. Ciccarello stays down. One away. For Grace Taylor. She singled and scored. Most of the Rodeo hits have come on bunts or stuff on the infield. Nothing really barreled all that much, minus Monaco's double. Check that. Even that wasn't barreled. That was just a misplay. Two-0 outside. And ball 4. Second walk allowed by Scholl. Taylor's on first, tying run to the plate. And it's Madeline Miller. Pop out in the 3rd for her. Miller looking for her first hit here this summer. And good speed on base. I wonder if Taylor's going to take off. Taylor does have a stolen base already this summer. Runner does go. The throw down is perfect from Anderson, and they got her. I agree. You could have also had batter interference because Miller did step out of the box, but didn't even matter. And now a 1-2 count and 2 gone. Bases clear. Boy, another caught stealing for Anderson. Her second today. And a strikeout for Scholl. So it ends up being a clean inning as Scholl faces the minimum and sends us to the bottom of the fifth. 3-1 Snowbirds in command, trying to get a second straight win over the Rodeo. And we'll see Carly Meredith back in the circle when we come back. Alice DeWaters will lead off the fifth inning. Strike one. Alice singled and scored in the third on a 3-run homer by her sister Abby. And that right now is the difference in this game. It's DeWaters, Scholl, and Booker. Strikeout for Meredith. She is spinning it right now. One down. A chance for Riley Scholl to show off the bat as the pitchers are hitting for themselves here in the 10 spot. Scholl is 0 for 1 with a K. Pops up the bunt. Look out, T-10. 0-1. Something just happened over on the other field. Oh-2. RBI double, it appears, by Garrett Griggs. Oh, triple. Just kidding. 5-1 swashbucklers over the Knots in the bottom of the fourth. Here, back-to-back strikeouts for Meredith, who's come in and really shoved. 2 gone for the top of the order. Kaya Booker has been a menace all day today, all summer so far, hitting .500 now, 2 for 2 in this game with a single in the first and a single and a run in the third. Back to the circle, Meredith. Another 3 up, 3 down inning. Carly Meredith, love what we're seeing from her in the circle. And we go to the 6th. Rodeo offense down by 2. They'll have 10-1-2 due up. And that part of the order today is 3 for 5. Can they figure out probably a new pitcher? We'll see when we come back here at Field 2. Lexi King is in to pitch for the Snowbirds here in the 6th. And Daniela Monaco offers at the first pitch. She doubled earlier. Good 2 innings of work for Riley Shull. It's misplayed over at third. And first we'll tell you about Shull. 2 innings, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, 2 Ks. Good stuff. And Monaco will reach on the E5. First pitch strike on Cash Abear. Next order of business, tell you about Lexi King. Going to Charlotte via Arkansas. Went in the portal this year and chose to go play for the Niners. King this summer with an ERA of 6. 0-1 record. 7 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 5 walks, and 8 Ks. Has pitched better than that. Just kind of had a weird 7th inning on Tuesday. Foul. Abear, skies that. Will it stay in play? No. Called strike 3. First K for King. And one down for Riley Haith. Haith, who started her college career at Utah Tech. Meridian, Idaho native. In the air towards left. Wind is taking it away, and that's foul ball. And a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for King. Haith sits down. And here's Scheibert. Ciccarello stays on it. Inning over. Nice inning by King, working around that leadoff error. And the Snowbirds will look for insurance, up 3-1 here on field 2. 2-3-4 for the Snowbirds, and right now the hitter at the plate has the biggest swing. Has she done it again? Out towards center field. No, it dies. Oh, the wind kept it in the yard. A 3-run homer, her first, or I should say her last time up. Now it's a double for Abby DeWaters. And Insurance is in scoring position here in the 6th. Off the bat, that looked like it was going to land on the baseball field. And then the wind said, absolutely not. It's just a double. Just a double. I'm sure she's thrilled, though. 2 for 3 day for Abby DeWaters. Now a popped-up bunt that's caught as Vela Mansfield could not execute. And there's one down. So to Gracie Anderson, who's 1 for 2. Ground out and a double. Hot shot to short, misplayed. DeWaters races for home, and she is out. So Anderson reaches on the E6, a well-struck ball, and then, man, we've had some wild plays on the base paths. So 2 gone. And a 1-0 count on Madison Hunter. 0 for 2 with a line out and a K. She did offer. Runner goes, and a stolen base for Anderson. 1-1. And that's a strikeout on a bunt. Well, no other way to score it in the app than just a regular old K. And Hunter goes down. Chance to get Insurance is missed. And we go to the 7th. Rodeo down by a pair here on field 2. Rodeo trying to claw back. 2-1 on the summer, but trailing 3-1 to the 1-3 Snowbirds. Man, that's a lot of numbers that are very similar. 4, 5, 6 due up. Armstrong, Pearson, and Franz. Sadie Armstrong is 0 for 2. She has faced the previous two pitchers, and now it's her first look at Lexi King, who starts her off with ball 1. And she got her. Third relief K for Lexi King. Third time Armstrong has gone down swinging. And in steps Carly Pearson. Strikeout and a walk today. Crossed her up, 0-2. Good pitching in this game, all the way around. One swing has been the difference, but this has felt very postseason FGCL, not day 5 FGCL. And trust me, when we get to the postseason, all bets are off. You know, they're making sure all the ABs and innings are fairly even in the regular season, but you can ride an arm or two once we get to that single elimination tournament. Some teams will have to. Called strike 3. And King has 4. And the last chance for the Rodeo is Danny Franz. Franz is 3 for 6 with an RBI, a home run, and 2 runs. Strike 1. Ooh. Everyone held their breath because everyone was certain that foul ball was going to hit a car. But it's 0-2. Over to second. Ate her up. Gotta hurry. The throw to first will wrap it up. The Snowbirds stay hot, and it's a swing from Abby DeWaters that proves to be the biggest difference. A 3-run homer in the third, and the Snowbirds win it to improve to 2-3 on the summer. The Rodeo drop to 2-2. Your winning pitcher is Mackenzie Duncan. Maggie Place takes the loss. Lexi King does get a save. And that'll wrap it up for Game 2 on Field 2. Coming up in just a little bit, the third game of our triple header here on this field. It'll be the Queens and the Sea Cows. That's coming up in about, oh gosh, about an hour. What a break for everybody. So that'll be at about 2:30 Eastern, maybe a little early, but hopefully not too early. Anyway, for the entire league, for Tori, who is up here, and for both the Rodeo and the Snowbirds, I'm Gray Robertson saying so long. Snowbirds win it 3-1, and we got one more game on this field coming up in just a bit. We'll see you then here at the FGCL.